honestly, this is amazing to have you.
Appreciate it.
You know, it's usually just the two of us, but we reserved a third spot for the main man. And, you know, really, I think it'd be unfair for the audience if we didn't ask you off the bat what it's like playing together, how you feel playing with LeBron. I know you looked up to him as a kid, and now you guys are teammates.
I mean, it's great. You see, I've never played with a guy like this. And, you know, just being traded to here, to LA, I mean, it was different. But just to play with guys like him, like, it's unbelievable. Like, I can learn so many stuff, you know. First of all, off the court, you know, all the things he does just to be ready for the game. And obviously on the court, everybody knows what kind of player he is.
What, like, give me an example of a couple things you've seen, like, being around him every day where you're like, he does that, like, what's he doing over there? Like, is there anything that stands out initially where you're like, wow?
Well, first of all, he shows up like 10 hours before the game. So, I mean, that was really the main, like, I was, what? I came into the arena.
For
he was
22
already,
years?
he was already done working out. I was like, what?
Yeah. And then what about playing together? Like, you guys are so similar, you know, obviously different stages of your career, but you're so similar the way you see the game, the way you process the game, the way you can, you know, abuse bigger defenders, you can bully smaller defenders. You're both computers, the way you read the game. Like, has it been fun to see someone that you understand the way he thinks and to be able to play off each other?
Yeah, before you didn't mention the bounce.
The bounce? Oh, the
jump, yeah.
Minus the bounce. Minus the bounce. A lot of similarities.
No, it's been great, but just, you know, I still think it's a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we two are out there, NAR, you know, he's been playing unbelievable. And I think it's just still work in progress. You know, I think we're getting better and better every day. I mean, I think you saw today or against OKC, you know, it's hard to win here. Number one team in the West for a reason. And we just, you know, we shared the ball. Everybody was getting open shots. So it's work in progress, but we're getting better and better every day.
It was interesting. I noticed, you know, OKC, so handsy, athletic. You know, they speed people up. They can't speed them up. Like, what's your take? Were you saying you have no speed?
Just don't show it.
But you handle all that pressure, and then you can dissect the team. Once that pressure breaks, now you're playing your game. Do you notice sometimes when he's able to just calm things down and take charge?
No, like you said, I mean, it's always his pace.
Yeah.
It's always been his pace. You know, it's never been a game be like, okay, well, you can speed me up. He can speed me up. Okay, this bigger guy can be more physical. Okay, the smaller guy can get up underneath me. It's like he moves at his own pace. And he's never, ever been on the floor where he's allowed someone to dictate where they're going to put him on the floor. It's always been the opposite, you know? And for us, when we all working off of that, we just got to stay ready. You know, obviously we've seen throughout his career, like there's plays and passes that certain guys that in the league history have ever been able to make, you know? And, you know, for us, we all just have to make sure that we continue to stay ready, especially when you're going against handsy teams, athletic teams that try to speed you up. We always have to keep our head on the swivel because you just never know. You just never know when the ball may find you. And that's a good thing. That's keeping the defense off balance. And that's a great thing to have that.
Yeah, you know, it's a great point. One of the, like, you guys are both incredible passers. One of the things about your passing game that I always really admire is the late pass. Like, did you do that as a kid, or is that something you developed as you got older? But it's like, it's almost over, and then you go like almost 180 behind you to someone for three. Like, where did that come from? Like, is that something that you always did or it developed in time?
I think it developed during time. I don't think I did that as a kid.
Yeah.
I remember that. But just, you know, what I always said to my teammates, you know, once I go up, stay in your spot because I know where you were before. And then if I don't have any option, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah.
But I think it through time, you know, I don't think I did it as a kid.
But it's brilliant. I mean, you've made every pass there's been, and you obviously pass over people. But it's great because the natural kind of thinking of a defender is when you leave your feet is they kind of turn and they think, my guy's out of the play, I got to get ready to either rotate or
rebound or crash.
They've come in a little bit, and the ball's going over there, and they can't get back out. So you know, but you can't do that without the vision, but also with your size. Yeah. I can make late passes, but my matrix of late passes was limited. You know what I mean? So you're able to make that high one over the top of the defense, catch them sleeping when they already think the play's over for them.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I really admire about your game. There's not a lot of people can do that.
I think that was during time, just probably when I got to the NBA.
Yeah, not at Madrid.
I mean, probably some, but
Not like this.
not like this.
You know